Hi, Year 9 and Year 10. This is this week's assembly, and this week's assembly is about Morocco. I'm going to talk to you about an opportunity that's going to come at your doorstep, really, for this next year. And it's coming a little bit quicker for Year 9, because normally it wouldn't be until 2023. But certainly for Year 10, you might already have a bit of a steer on where I'm going to go with this today, because I did present to you about a year or so ago. So today's assembly is about Morocco, a place where you could potentially go. There are 14 places available still to go to Morocco, and it will be next summer. I'm going to explain how that might work and how that might look. Okay, so there's an opportunity for you to get 15 days in Morocco. Now, Morocco is within Northern Africa. It's about 3 hours, 45 minutes on the aeroplane from here, just under 4 hours, and it's an Islam country. Okay, it's a country and a place with great poverty. There are some places obviously with great money as well, but there's a lot of things that we will see of people that obviously live on the breadline. Okay, so this is real. We are going, and there is a trip planned to Africa next year. Before I get too far down the sort of this PowerPoint, really, I want to just raise what it's gonna be. Okay, the cost to go on this trip is £1,895. That is a lot of money, I know, a massive amount of money. And make no bones about it, I'm not here saying that everyone could do that, because it's not straightforward. However, I want this to be an opportunity to every single person. This is not about somebody going out of this assembly and taking a letter and then going to get their parents to pay the full whack. This is about actually you going out and fundraising the money. Now, we've got 7 people already going in Year 10, and those 7 people were people that rolled over from last year. And because of coronavirus, we would have been going this summer, but unfortunately it got postponed until 2022. Which now means that they will be traveling then. Now, they've been working incredibly hard over the time to raise their money, and that's through backpacking, through fundraising events like race nights, etc. They've been doing car washing. They've been doing a number of different things with all different people to allow themselves to raise the funds they need. Now, not everybody has been putting their own money into that. A lot of them have been using that from fundraising, and that's what I wanted to see to be done here. So that means everybody can get the opportunity to do this should they want to have the passion to do so. So that's the cost, okay? Now, how this trip would look. We would go out in the summer of 2022. The last week of term, normally, we will fly out to Morocco and we will spend, as I said, 15 days. You'll see there, this is us traveling out. This is us heading out with my science class from there. It's G23 down there, you'll see in the bottom. And we headed out to the airport in Morocco, okay? We will then head on to stay in our first night. We'll stay a day or two in a hotel within the center of Marrakech. And now Marrakech is busy, it's wild, it's got whole loads of people everywhere. It's completely different scenery and setting to what we have here within our capital cities and within our normal city of York. You'll see a few pictures there of all of the people that went in 2019. You'll recognize some of these people within Year 11. They've obviously left, and this is our first couple of nights within Marrakech. When we arrive, this is the sort of scene that we will see. Okay, you will find there that that's just the daytime. When it comes to nighttime, there'll be around about 40,000 people in that market square. Okay, so we're talking a hell of a lot of people in one area. They are all mini stalls. There's food outlets. There's clothing outlets, etc., all there for people obviously to be able to buy their goods. This is the sort of thing we would walk down and walk around. You'd have the opportunity to be able to do some shopping within the area. You will be with a member of staff at all times. And obviously at the same time, you'll be with a member of the outlet team that goes with us, the expedition leader. In doing so, you'll be safeguarded at all times, but actually you'll be able to barter with these people. You'll be able to ask to be able to buy some of these foods or some of these items. You can have a look at some of the snake charming that's going on within that area. And you'll have a chance to buy some things to maybe take home or potentially to have whilst out there. Okay, we will need to buy some of our foods, and some of that food will come from these stalls. We need to buy the food for our trek. We'll buy them from these stalls in the city. And this is here at night time. You'll see it's a gorgeous site. This comes live about 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, it becomes a real great place to be. Moroccans will come out of the evening time because it's a lot cooler. The daytime is very hot, and they'll be having sort of relaxing time inside. At night time, you'll see them come out. They'll be out till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, if not later, sitting out in front of these bars, in front of these little places and drinking. I'm not saying drinking beer, because they're not. They're drinking water. Okay, they're very healthy people. You'll see them sitting out on the street, just talking, having good communication with other people, and that's their livelihood. And you will see that whilst in there in them couple of days. We then head on, and part of this expedition will be we will do a phase where we help out the community. Part of that, last time we went to a school in Ozazet, and when we were in that school, our job was to build a garden for them. Okay, so you'll see here, this is our first part of it, where we started digging the foundations. We laid not thousands, that's a lie, and we laid tons and tons and tons of soil, and then we had to plant the plants. And eventually, over the 5 days we were there, we planted a garden. Okay, and now 2 years on, that would have grown. So where you can see the pictures there where we grew the garden, we started planting that for the Moroccan. There was nothing. The school was bare walls. There was nothing in the classrooms, nothing around the school. There was no color. It was all just very, very drab. Our job was to start to make that environment nice for the students to go to school within. And this was one of our first projects. When we get to go to Marrakech next year, it might be a different project. We might be doing something completely different within the school, but this was our first job this time as our academy. Once we'd done that for 5 days, we stayed then at the same time within the school. So it wasn't on site, it was further away. We stayed in our own accommodation block all together with a girls' room and a boys' room. And in doing so, we went off in the afternoon because it was too hot to work in the afternoon. We'd work by morning, we'd work from 9 till 1, and the afternoon we'd go off then and do different activities. One day we went to the swimming pool, we had a swim for the afternoon. Another day we went off to look at some of the Moroccan architecture, some of the cathedrals and things that they have there. And other times we went off and explored different places around Marrakech. On the last day before we left the school, we then played a game of basketball and some other sports against the Moroccan children. We had a chance to show them some of our English games and they showed us some of theirs. And we played an afternoon of sport with them. Okay, so there's a real good opportunity here for you to speak, to see, to get to know other people from Morocco of your age group. When we left then, you can see some of the people here that we work with. These are some of the Moroccan teachers and some of the Moroccan students at the front there that wanted to work with us. They were on their summer holidays. They should have been away doing stuff with their families. They came into school for those 5 days with us to work with us and get to know us. They're wanting to get to know you. And that's the nice thing about this. We really get to share cultures. We get to share stories. We get to share livelihoods. Once we finish there, we'll then move on to the next part, which will be us starting to get ready for going on our trek. Before we do that, though, we're going to go and have a bit of relaxation. We're going to go to a waterfall. You'll notice here, then, we eat out. We spend a lot of time cooking some of our foods. We'll cook with the Moroccan people to learn how to cook some of the Moroccan dishes. And then we will get some downtime. We went to this waterfall here. We walked down to the bottom. And when at the bottom there, you'll get to see some of the outlets that are down there. Again, lots of food outlets, but a chance for us to walk around and have a good look. We stay then there for one night. And then after that, we then start to move to our final phase, which is probably going to be the hardest and the most trickiest phase. And that's when we try and get to the mountains. Okay, we go right up into the Atlas Mountains, the Moroccan mountains. And the first couple of days will be tough because we have to acclimatize ourselves to the fact that we are thousands and thousands of meters above sea level. Now, base camp is around about 3,500 meters above sea level. Okay. That is already where we'll be staying. We will, over the couple of days we're there, we will start to walk up and we will get ourselves up to in this sort of region. Okay. We will have with us a leader, a couple of Moroccan leaders as well, people that walk it every single day. So they're there for our safety at all times. We will, as you can see here, we will walk from the village of Arand at the bottom and we will slowly make our way up over a couple of days up to where you can see the blue and the red meet together to base camp. On day 3 into day 4, we will summit Mount TOUBKAL. Mount TOUBKAL is 4,167 meters high. To give you a bit of an idea of what that is that if you've ever done the 3 peaks, the highest peak in Yorkshire is about 723 meters. Now we're talking 4,167 meters. We're talking a high height. At this point, you will probably feel some of the onset of maybe feeling some fatigue and obviously some altitude sickness, which is why we'll spend quite a few days in the Atlas Mountains preparing you and getting used to that feeling of that sickness at height. We will then summit the top of Mount TOUBKAL, visiting different places on the hill, seeing different things around. And when we get to the very top, we will then be able to relax for around about 45 minutes. Okay, we won't stay up there too long because the altitude is so the pressure is obviously different to what it would be where we are down below. We will have a chance to get excited by our achievements, and then we'll head back down again within the same day. Now, that day is a tough day of walking, but we've summited the highest mountain in Africa. Okay, not many people can say they've done that. We would have done that in that period of time. And this is 2 years ago with our year 11s. They summited. Okay, we will start off in the dark. We start off at 4 a.m. in the morning in the pitch black with our head torches. And then as we start coming up, the sun rises, we'll then walk it. The idea is we get out before it gets too hot. Once we get back down, then we get a couple more days before we come home. And those couple of days are enough for us to really soak up and absorb some of the other things that happen within Morocco. We will get a chance to go to a hotel. We will stay in a hotel for a couple of days. I'm sure that'll please most, with a swimming pool and be able to enjoy ourselves. We'll have opportunity to be able to do some Moroccan dancing, eat lots of Moroccan food, chance to go shopping in Marrakech, buy some goodies to take home to family, friends, etc., and chance to be able to see other things within Marrakech and Morocco. Now, the diet will be different. The food we eat will be different. It will not be a McDonald's treat of a weekend. We're talking now tagines. We're talking fresh orange. We're talking lots of things all been prepared from scratch. Okay, there's no microwave. There's no anything like that. It's all prepared from scratch. Okay, and you'll see a lot of this is really nice. We will get a chance to go on the last couple of days. We will go out to a couple of restaurants. We'll hopefully get a chance to eat some, maybe some English food. But actually, this is a chance to try different things now from a different culture. And then I just want to sort of finish off now with wrapping it up, really. This opportunity is in 3 phases. You've got a trek, we've got working in the community project, and we've got some time to rest and relax and see the country. Now, this will all amalgamate into this 14, 15 days, and it is an absolutely incredible 15 days. You will be with members of staff. I will be out there with the lead. I'll be the lead member of staff. There'll be other staff with me. There will also be Outlook staff who are the company that we go with. In doing so, we will do so many different things. You will absolutely develop yourselves wholeheartedly the whole time. You'll see there some of the things you will have to do, like wash your clothes. We don't have a wash machine. We have to wash our own clothes. You'll see some of the things we have to do, and we get on with it. It's absolutely fine. Hopefully, you've seen some photographs here you've seen some smiles. Okay, it is an absolutely phenomenal and exciting trip. And when we get back, you'll have so many stories to tell to other people within our school for them to go in 2023. To give you a bit of an idea, then, these are some of the places we will go to. You'll see there will be a little bit of traveling. We will travel by little coaches and by things called tuk-tuks. They will take us from place to place as we need to, and they're really ruckety. We'll also have mules with us, so that's donkeys. Donkeys will carry our rucksacks up the mountain. Okay, so we will walk it, they will carry our rucksacks. So we'll have donkeys with us as well. All these things will happen as we go through our phase. And then we'll return. We will come home, and we've got a story to tell to all our friends and family. So your form tutor is now going to show you a very quick video from Outlook. This is a promotional video of what an exhibition looked like, some little clips of different things. Once you've seen that, there is a pile of letters with your form tutor for you to take. If you would really like to find out more about this information, there is on there a website to go to. It's our own bespoke website with all our stuff about our trip. You go onto that website on the internet, and it will give you all the information about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, more information about Outlook as a company. Once doing that, if you decide you want to come onto this trip, there are 14 places available. Okay, there's only 14. We would have 7 on the trip already. There are 14 left and remaining. If you'd like to go, you'll need to pay your deposit, and it's a first come, first served basis by the 21st of May. Okay, so it gives you just over, well, literally a month today. Okay, so it's 4 weeks. You've got 4 weeks to sign up. I can answer any questions you like. Okay, so if you are not sure about something, you want to find out more information, please come and find me in school or drop me an email, and I'll respond back to you. Similarly, for your parents, when you take it home to your parents, again, please get them to call me in, call me up, drop me an email. I'm happy to speak to anybody about this trip. At this point now, then, please watch the next video, and I hope to all see you soon. Take care.